just going to make a video on how to change the headlight bulb on a Mark 1 Ford Kuga. So it's not as easy as changing the headlight bulb on some other cars I've had. First of all, obviously you have to open up the bonnet. So if you've never opened the bonnet before, you need the key. Take out the little piece of the key from the main fob. If you go to the Ford badge and swivel the Ford badge out the way, where you see the keyhole, put the key in. It says on it to turn it once left, that'll pop out the bonnet, and then once again right. What I normally do is take out the key straight away, flick back the Ford so you don't forget about it, and I'll put that away straight away. So put the bonnet up. So that's enough for the key, put that out the way so you don't lose it. Next thing you do is, on other cars I've had, you can access the light bulb from the rear, but there's so much stuff in modern cars you can't do that on this car. What you need to do is take out the whole headlight cluster out, and then you can access it. The first time I did this, I was here for ages because I didn't realise there's some secret clips inside under the bonnet. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to replace the headlight bulb with a new bulb. So I bought a pair, always change the bulbs in pairs with this bulb here. I've already done the other side. It's a bit fiddly, but I know how to do it, so I'll show you what tools you need and where you go about doing it. So I'm just going to put this out of the way for a minute, just in case the wind blows it. So what you need to do is, first of all, get a little thin small screwdriver or something small. Be very careful not to scratch your paint. What you need to do is take out this secret vent, and on some Kugas it's got an LED driving light in there. So on this model I got the titanium, it hasn't got the LED, it's just got this vent. I know now because I've just done it, there's a little clip right back there, there's one right back there, and there's one in the back there. So I'm not sure the official way of doing it, but don't scratch your paintwork. Gently put it in the middle and prise it out until you feel it moving, and then you can wiggle it a bit more, and then somewhere in the middle there's another one. So gently put it in there and prise it out, and then you'll see it, and then on the end there's another one. So gently put it in there, don't scratch your paint or break the vent, and prise it out, and then you should be able to see and pull it more with your fingers. So you can be very careful, you don't want to break the vent or scratch your paint. I'm not sure what the official tool is for this, but, and there it comes away. That's a little bit. So you can see this little thin clip goes in that part, that one there goes in there, and that one there goes there. So that's out. So I'm going to put that out of the way in case the wind blows it. Done it scratching across the floor. Then you can see underneath there's a little clip, and at the back there's another clip. Before we do them clips, there's one screw up top we've got to unscrew. So I know from doing this just on the other side that you can either use a flat blade screwdriver, or you can use a 30 torx screw. That's the 30. So what you need to do then, remove this screw all the way, keep that somewhere safe, and then come underneath and you press the little clip up, and you press the other retaining clip up, and then the whole headlight cluster should slide out. The only tricky thing is though, when you slide the cluster out, be careful where the cluster catches on the bonnet and the bumper here, and the wing here, and this little clip here. It's very tricky, it doesn't just slide straight out. You've got to give it a little wriggle, because he comes there and it falls a little bit. So trying to remember what you've done. So you pull it forward, it falls, lift up the back. Okay, so pull the front out. When it comes to putting it back in, it's very fiddly. Alright, and it probably is best to unclip the cable from the car, but there is no need. If you just lift up the headlight cluster and balance it off to the back, and then you can access this rubber cover. So put that out of the way. If it's windy, make sure you hide it out of the way. While you're here, this one here is for the side light. That's up in there. This one here is for the dipped beam headlight, and if you were changing it down there, it's for your main beam headlight. And then I'd say that's probably your indicator bulb in there. Some models have the washer jets for the headlights, but I haven't got them in this car, so that would go there. So then you've got the headlight bulb. Okay, the headlight bulb doesn't just come straight out. You need to undo it with some screws. Let me just check. I think it's the Torx 20. Yeah. So you take the Torx 20 screw. To the left and right of the bulb, there's a little tiny screw. So undo them. Only not all the way, just like 2 millimeters. And then what that does is it allows the bulb housing to like untwist anti-clockwise. You can pull it out, and then I'm going to pause there for a second while I get my headlight ready. Make sure when you're getting a new headlight bulb you don't touch the glass, because any grease or dirt on your fingers could impact the way the bulb shines, or even make the bulb pop with heat. So just, it doesn't matter about touching the old bulb, but make sure you don't touch the new one. You can see on the bulb it's got a little bit of the bulb sticking out to the side, so make sure you remember where that goes. I always change my bulbs in pairs, so, and I'm going to keep this one as a spare. I'm going to rig it out, put that away, and then this one goes in. It's got 2 pins. Goes back in there. Because it's quite a hassle to get all the bulb out, what you could do before you turn everything back in, go to the car, turn the power on, turn the headlights on. Yep, you can see, yep, that one's working, yeah, that one's working, so it works. You know, you make sure everything's okay. Now, don't touch the bulb. Put the housing back in, and this time you're going to rotate clockwise. So turn it clockwise, and then get your screwdriver again, tighten up them 2 little screws. Right. There's one, keep holding it. Access your second one, make sure it hasn't moved. Not too tight, just nip it shut. Yeah. Don't forget your rubber cover. Okay, there's my old bulb. You might want to keep that for a spare. while you're here, give it a little clean if you've got any leaves. You can have an inspection of inside the car, and then you can tackle putting it back. So make sure you haven't twisted the headlight so the wires aren't twisted. And this is the hard part, trying to get that piece back in. Okay, so it looks like it's okay. So what you're going to do, make sure that clip is aligned there, that clip's aligned there. And then when you push it, you'll hear it clicking. Ooh. Oh, damn it. That's exactly what shouldn't happen. Take a torx T30. Vent. Make sure there's the clips in the top, the bottom and the middle. That's not good. Before we shut the bonnet. They go on. Yeah, side lights, main lights, dip beam, fog lights, hazard lights, all working, but ooh, that was a bit loose. good, but see if I can fix it another day.